Hi everyone, it's White Witchley, and we're going to be doing a pick a card tarot reading for self-love. So everything you need to know about maybe why you're struggling for self-love, some tips on how you can find self-love, everything to do with loving yourself and being more confident. So I'm going to get you to pick a charm because my cards are not shuffled yet. I shuffle the cards, I do the reading, and then I put them all back and shuffle again for the next group. So we have our charms to pick from. We have the word gentle, the word beauty, and the word believe. So group 1 will be gentle, group 2 will be beauty, and group 3 is the believe charm. So I'll just let you look a little bit longer at those. And again, I just want to thank you so much for being here and for watching my videos. And I'm so thankful for each and every one of you. And I hope that you guys stick with me in my channel. So without further ado, I think I'm going to jump right into group 1. Hi, group 1. If you chose the word charm, gentle, this reading is for you. And we're going to find out all about what you need right now for some self-love. So we will start flipping over these cards. So, Turtle Spirit, slow and steady wins the race. Childhood innocence. Music, harmony. Then we have our tarot cards. We have Two of Acorns, insight and focus. King of Shells, harmony and integrity, another harmony. And then we have the Page of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. So these are actually the same card, this Two of Acorns and this Two of Wands. In this Spirit Song deck, they replace wands with acorns. So this is definitely an important message that's popping up right away. I'll look at that. So insight and focus, and here too, like with this lion and starting the path. So it's kind of time to be bold and confident, but also to look deep inside yourself and focus on the path ahead of you, on what's coming. So I think it's important to look within yourself and find the confidence and the boldness that you need right now to love yourself. And maybe for you it's been a struggle in the past. Like this is really, it is kind of a journey for you that you're going to be on with this self-love. I'm definitely getting vibes that this is a real journey for you, and it's gonna require you to be a little brave. Maybe it's definitely something you've had a lot of issues with in the past compared to some other people. So next I'm gonna look at this Two of Pentacles, so this balancing act. So I think it's really a message that there's something in your life that you're not balancing, and you need to find that balance to bring yourself some self-love and to really care for yourself. You need to find this balance, and that's kind of this card as well. She's taking the time to come sit and rest and enjoy her little cup here while all this commotion goes on around her. She's taking the time to stop and to just balance, to step away from the chaos, whatever's bugging her, and to treat herself, to just take a moment and breathe and relax. And I think that's this card too. Like you need to find this balance right now, because whatever it is that is keeping you from really truly loving yourself is distracting you from caring yourself. So maybe you're busy doing other things, or caring for someone else even. Like maybe it's the fact that you're so busy looking after other people that that you don't have the time to care for yourself. Like, you don't have this balance going on. You don't have this time to take to yourself going on. So the next card I'm going to look at is this King of Shells, so harmony and integrity. And the harmony comes up in here as well. And so I definitely think it's a message that you need this harmony, this balance. There's something out of whack. What's going on with your system? Either you're giving too much of yourself to other people, or you're too distracted with tasks, with school, with stress. It could even be it wants you to focus on this balance of like the chakras, and that can be a huge thing with confidence and with depression, and with lots of things that prevent us from really truly loving ourselves. Can be fixed through balance and through harmony within ourselves, and within our bodies, and also just in life. Like, we really need this balance and this harmony, and these cards are really coming up for you. So it's definitely a time for this balance and harmony, and taking a moment for yourself, to just relax and to maybe spend some time on yourself. So the next card is this childhood innocence. And I think it's telling you that you need to kind of erase what's in your mind at the moment. Like, you need to go back to this childhood innocence. Again, with this card over here. So definitely getting the fact that this is like a journey, and there's maybe been a lot of things in your life that have really kind of taught you to love yourself and to not care for yourself. And I think this is telling you to try to kind of erase that, to let that go, to go back to this childhood, this innocence, refresh your mind, reset everything you know. Like, you deserve to love yourself, like, and loving yourself is the first step in loving anyone. Really, you'd really truly have to love yourself. And I think that this childhood innocence is reminding you that, like, although yes, like, you do have this journey, you need to erase the things that you know and kind of reset your mind, especially in regards to loving yourself. So finally, we have the turtle spirit, and so slow and steady wins the race. So again, with this journey, this focus, slow and steady. So it's not a rush, and it's not something that you're going to fix overnight. You're not just going to wake up the next day and, love yourself completely. But this journey is going to work out for you if you just go slow and steady and take it at your own pace. But also, this could be, with this card here. So slow and steady, she's taking that break. She's taking that rest for herself to enjoy things. Like, you don't need to rush through life. You need to take that time in your day to treat yourself in some way, whether it's to sit down and have a cup of tea in the morning, or, whatever it is. But you need to take things slow and really take time to rest and to treat yourself. And I think that's what these cards are trying to tell you, is that, like, you've been through a lot. You might have these struggles with loving yourself, and you need to reset what you know and take this journey to self-love and work on bringing balance into your life, in whatever aspect that might be, and to just go slow and at your own pace. This isn't a race. And take time in your day to slow down and just appreciate what's around you and your own self. And I think that is it for you, Group 1. So thank you so much. Group 1, I'm going to jump on over to Group 2 now. Hey guys, so if you chose the Beauty Word Charm, this reading is for you. You guys are Group 2. So we will flip over these cards and find out what you guys need for some self-love. So we have Chameleon Spirit, act as if. We have Meadow, vulnerability. We have Summer Solstice, Radiance. And then we have our tarot cards. We have Six of Shells, Sentiment and Joy. We have Three of Feathers, Release and Recovery. We have Four of Swords, the Hermit, and Page of Swords. And I'm actually going to start right with this Page of Swords. So she's someone who's really honest and truthful, and she sees, the balance of this black and white and the negative and the good, and she doesn't judge it though. She just looks at it and sees it for what it is. And I think that's kind of what you have to do with yourself, is like you'll always see the negative about yourself. That's just human nature, but the goal is to see both sides and to not judge your negatives, but to just accept them for what they are and to love yourself anyway. She also, she's not afraid of emotion, the Page of Swords, but she doesn't let it rule her. So again, you can accept the emotions that you have about yourself, but don't let them rule your mind, and don't let them change who you are and decide your worth. You know your worth, and yeah. So the next card is the Hermit. So I think it's telling you it's time to maybe step away, to look within yourself, to look at these positives and negatives that the Page of Swords is reminding us, and to just see ourselves for who we are and accept ourselves, and just look deep within you. Take some time away. Next we have this Four of Swords, and again, she's resting, but she's not resting forever. She has her sword clasped to her chest, and she's ready at a moment's notice to wake up and to charge right in. And I think that's definitely something with the Hermit and this card, is that although you need to tackle this, you need to take some respite first and look within yourself before you can truly, love yourself. So you need to look within and take a rest before anything will come to be. So our next card is Three of Feathers, Release and Recovery. Again, it's kind of that rest, this recovery, but it's also releasing. So we're releasing our negative thoughts, acknowledging them, but not letting them stick around, not judging this negative. We're releasing it, and we're recovering. We're learning how to love ourselves right now, and that's important. So next is the Six of Shells, Sentiment and Joy. So I think this is kind of telling you that you have some of this, and you probably have some good days and some bad days, this sentiment and joy. And I think it's definitely important to acknowledge the good days and the things that bring you joy and that make you feel good about yourself. So doing things that make you feel good, whether it's maybe when you work out, you feel really good, or maybe when you wear your favorite pair of shoes, you feel so good and you feel wow, I'm amazing right now. So just, doing those things and focusing on the things that make you feel good. I'm going to look at this card next. So vulnerability. And I think, again, this is very much has to do with the looking deep within and being vulnerable to yourself. Looking at those things that you don't like and that are maybe hurting you, and acknowledging them, and opening yourself up to that inner discussion in your own mind, because sometimes we have to say things even out loud to ourselves to truly get it across, and to get it out from just our subconscious, and to be vulnerable and speak it, and then release it and work on that recovery. So next is the Summer Solstice, the Radiance, and this is really telling you to let your inner beauty shine out, and show that confidence and joy and happiness. And it pairs really well with this. I'm actually going to read these kind of together. Chameleon, Spirit, Act as If. So, you know, act as if you love yourself. Radiate that confidence, that joy, and eventually your mind will start to believe you really fully, and it won't be an act anymore. Because human psychology, like, you can really trick yourself into believing most things. And a huge trick on learning to love yourself is acting as if you already do. Act that confidence, that that energy, and eventually you believe it, and what you radiate becomes what is actually inside you, and it's no longer an act. So I think these cards really go together in that way. It's telling you that, let that inner beauty shine out, and act as if that you truly do love yourself and think that you are amazing, and you'll start to believe it. And I think that's it for you, group 2. So yeah, overall, take that time, that rest, look deep within yourself, acknowledge your good, your bad, be really vulnerable with that, but don't judge yourself on the good and bad. Just acknowledge it and then let it go and move on, and radiate confidence and act as if you are confident, and eventually you will be. And so that is your self-love reading, and I will jump on over to group 3 now. Hi guys, so if you chose the Believe charm, this is group 3 and this is for you. So let's flip these cards over. We have Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. We have the Tree, grounding. We have Love, compassion. And for tarot, we have the Hanged Man, patience and perspective. We have the World, fulfillment and celebration. And then we have 3 shadowscapes. We have Temperance. We have the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands. So a lot of major arcana cards are going on, as well as court cards. So quite powerful messages coming across. So first we will look at the Queen of Wands. And from this, I get the sense that, you maybe have a lot of people that really view you as beautiful and someone so special. And maybe you aren't seeing this side of yourself. Like, this is something that you give off, this kind of joyful appearance. And a lot of people think that you're really amazing and that, you're gorgeous inside and out. But you don't see this side of yourself. Like, you're kind of oblivious to it. While all these people are, thinking that you're this awesome person. So King of Cups. So, strength, and he's very caring. And so maybe, you exude this positive healing energy for others, but, you're not giving it to yourself, and, letting the water flow through you, and, release your burdens and all that. So you're kind of, I think, a little unbalanced. Like, you're giving off some of this really positive, trying energy, but inside, you're not. But you're very strong, and that comes off too. So you maybe aren't one to really talk about this, and maybe you don't really admit to other people that you're having some confidence, or you're not truly loving yourself to where you should be. And balance, the Temperance, all about balance. So again, like, there's not a balance here, I think, and maybe you're pulling these sides apart. So you're this bright, sunny, energy in front of people, and then you go to yourself and you're this dark and gloomy, and you're not bringing them together. Like, you're not allowing yourself to mix those energies and create a bit of a balance, maybe. And I think that's part of, finding your self-love is letting yourself see this light and not just this darkness, because other people clearly, see you, admire you, are drawn to your energy. and you're not seeing it. So the world, fulfillment and celebration. I think that doing things and fulfilling things probably makes you feel good. And I think that's maybe a tip for you on how to feel better about yourself is finding fulfillment in ways, whether it's doing crafts or arts or reaching goals. Like, those things make you feel good about yourself, and that's what you need to focus on more in life is doing the things, again, that make you feel good and that make you feel fulfilled. Because when you feel fulfilled, you are maybe a little bit more prone to loving yourself and appreciating yourself for what you've done. So the next card is the Hangman, and and I really think that the perspective side of this is what's important here, especially with this, again, Queen of Wands, with this positive energy that you're maybe showing other people and not seeing. So you need to open yourself up to that perspective, to like, look, there's actually a lot of people out there that love your energy, that think you're beautiful, and the fact that you're not seeing it needs to change. You really need to focus on that. So the next cards we have are love, the compassion, and I mean, love yourself. That's just plain and simple. This card is kind of a slap in the face to you, saying like, love yourself. Be, kind to yourself. You are amazing, and you're not being very kind to yourself right now. And just a big old slap right here of just love yourself. Like, that's plain and simple. Love yourself. So tree, grounding. So I think this is kind of like, finding that balance again, and grounding yourself. Maybe you're very in your head, and that's, part of the why you're not seeing yourself for what you truly are, and the beauty that is inside and outside of you. It's because you're too in your head, and you're not in your body enough. You're not, grounded. Also, grounding is a huge thing with the root chakra, and the root chakra is roots, but it's the chakra that's kind of in charge of you feeling this balanced and this self-confidence in life. And maybe that's calling you out right now, is that maybe you need to look at, like, do you have a root chakra unbalanced, and you need to look at your tree roots right now. And Pig Spirit, use your mind wisely. So kind of what I was saying with this card about maybe you're in your head too much and you're overthinking things, and this is kind of telling you to use your mind more wisely, like, and be kind to yourself in your mind. Do positive self-talk. Don't focus on your negatives all the time, and just be a lot more aware of what your thoughts are, and kind of acknowledging them. Sometimes we don't even realize when we're being negative towards ourselves, and you really have to, I think, become more aware of that to find your happiness and to love yourself a little bit more. It's really you really need to use your mind and to self-talk a little bit more positive. Be aware when you're having those negative thoughts, and bring the balance to your mind. And actually, this little charm ties in really well with this too. It's believing in yourself and believing that you are this beautiful inside and out, that people admire you. Like, you need to believe in yourself, and that's part of this fulfillment. And maybe that will help you believe in yourself a little bit more, is when you reach fulfillment in different things in life, and then you feel a little bit more confident, and you start to really believe in yourself, and have some little kinder self-talk. And I think these cards really all tie together. So I think that is it for you, Group 3, and I hope that you do find your self-love.